So I wanted to talk a little bit about our grow light system. Everyone does it a little bit different, and this year we're doing it different than we did last year. So last year, or in previous years really, what I've done is I bought some link chain and I have hooked the grow lights on the racks and then adjusted them as needed based on the height of the plant. However, that is not really efficient. It's difficult to do and it's limiting. So I was watching a video from Living Traditions where they had a subscriber that sent them these adjustable, what looked like, I think they're called cantileers, where you hooked it onto your grow rack and then you had a rope attached to your light, and you can adjust it easily. It would go up and down. I couldn't find those specific ones, but when I was in Lowe's, I did find some that seemed to be working well, and I'll show you what they look like here. So instead of the metal hangers that it comes with, I attached a zip tie, which will now allow the distance from the clamp and the actual light to be able to go up and raise up higher, so I get more clearance for my plants underneath. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that one and get that on there. So now that I removed the hanger that came with it and just have it attached with the zip tie, I can pull this all the way up to the clip, like so. Right now I have one set up, and I have some tomato plants that need to be up potted because they are outgrowing the current system that they're under right now with the grow lights. So I'm going to get started up potting these tomato plants, and I have a little helper here. This is Finn. No, I'm sorry, this is Quinn. Finn is down on the floor there, so you'll hear them every once in a while. As you can see, these tomatoes are starting to outgrow the 72 cell tray, and so I'm going to put them in larger containers. And these are 3.5 inch square containers, and they fit really nicely in the same containers that we use to hold the 72 with water. So this will really help to keep everything contained and neat. I also use a organic starter, and I use this specific one for two reasons. Coast of Maine has a really good reputation, and they're local. And whenever possible, I try to purchase things that are local and organic. Sometimes I can, sometimes I have to supplement with something else. But right now I'm able to get this, and this is what I'm going to be using. You two are going to be a mess. I'm going to have to put you outside. All right, so I'm going to start filling these up. So now I have my containers all full. I fill them up about 2/3 of the way. I don't fill them all the way up to the top because what I want to do is plant the tomato plants deep, and I want to mound up some of the dirt around the stems. If you don't know this, tomato plants will actually root from their stem if they are planted deeply in the ground or in soil. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do right now. You back to help me? Thanks for your help, but I think I got it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish potting these, and I'm gonna get these two helpers out of here because obviously they're making it more difficult. All right, boys, come on. Come on. So here's a tip. When you're replanting these or repotting these, you want to get as much of this stem part right here as you can covered. like I said earlier, this will actually grow roots out. It'll give you a healthier, stronger plant in the end. So what I do is I dig to the one side of the container all the way down to the bottom, kind of pile up the dirt on the other side, the opposite side, and then I lay this across here. So you can see that I got most of the stem all the way down on the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cover that with dirt and reposition the actual plant. Nice big clump came out, so that didn't work very nicely. But tomato plants are very forgiving, so long as you don't snap the stem. They can bend and take a little bit of pressure. That's that one. Here I have two plants that seeded. I'm going to keep both of these because they look like they're fairly healthy. And I'm just going to split them up. The soil is pretty dry here, so it'll be pretty easy. You want to just roughly, gently break up the soil and split them. And then on the bottom here are the first leaves that come up. So just pinch them off. I don't always pinch them off. Sometimes I bury them. Either way. So I'll lay it sideways, fill this side up with some soil, and then just secure it in by pressing, adding a little bit more soil around the edges. And that's pretty much it. So here you'll see that I have two in this pot, and that's because they're both pretty small and I want to give them an opportunity to grow, and whichever one does the best, I'll sacrifice the other one. This particular variety is called New Girl. There's about 120 plants here, and I still got about 40 more to plant.